We have Lourdes from California on the line. Hi, Lourdes.
Good morning, Mother Miriam.
Good morning, sweetheart. How are you?
Call.
Sure.
I'm fine, thank you. Thank you.
Good.
I'm glad that I found you now. For so long, I didn't know you had gone where you had gone, but now I found you. So
I'm glad, Lourdes. Yes, so glad.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Go ahead.
This is my question. Yes, I have 3 siblings that left the church out of ignorance. They didn't know the faith. They were married in the Catholic Church, but then they divorced.
Mm-hmm.
As Protestants, they remarried outside the church with somebody else, with other people. And then they divorced with husbands. They are now single, these siblings of mine. If they left the church out of ignorance and think that it's okay to remarry somebody else, are they in danger of going to hell? And by the way, their spouses, the ones that they married in the Catholic Church, are still alive. Because I have heard that at least 2 priests say that if they leave the Catholic Church out of ignorance and don't know the faith, if they commit a mortal sin, they're not in danger of going to hell because they didn't know it was a mortal sin.
Okay.
That's my question.
They committed a grave sin, not a mortal sin. If someone is in invincible ignorance, that is, they really are ignorant, meaning they don't know, and they should know. I mean, they're responsible to know. And whoever married them in the church should have, whatever priest married them, should have explained things to them. So I don't know the situation. That's why only God knows who is invincible, meaning who is less accountable, less guilty. A sin is a sin, whether one knows it or not. It's just as grave. The issue is that it is not necessarily mortal unless it is, yes, grave, that the person knows it is grave and will separate him or her from God, and they are free of their own will, they commit it. They're not drugged, there's not a gun against their back, that they know it, they're aware of it, and they commit it anyway. So if your siblings who married in the church, if they didn't know that, something was really, really lacking in their marriage prep and in the priest who prepared them for marriage. So again, God alone knows their hearts. If they're divorced and they left the church, they are still married. Whether they understand it or not, they are still married. If they remarry outside the church, yes, it's still as grave as marrying within the church, because they're married and they're going to be committing adultery if they remarry in or outside the church, because they're still married. So, Lourdes, what you need to do is tell all this to your siblings and say, you know, I can't judge your heart. I don't know what you knew or didn't know, but you were married in the church. By remarrying, whether you were outside or in the church, you have been living in an adulterous situation. Now you're divorced again. You are separated from God and separated from the church. I don't know, you tell them, you don't know their accountability, but you do know that unless they repent, now that you are telling them, unless they repent and go to confession, they will not be in heaven. And if they repent and go to confession, they need to remain celibate until or unless they receive an annulment from their marriage.
Yes, they're already in their 70s. Most of
it doesn't matter the age. If they're already in their 70s, it's more important that they attend to this very quickly.